I was walking to the gym today, and as I walked there, I noticed this parking lot to my left. And in that parking lot, there was a girl who was driving a Jeep with her dad in the passenger seat. They were doing figure eights, and it reminded me that just 2 years back, it was me who was doing figure eights in the parking lot, in that same parking lot with my dad. And it made me think about how fast time goes by. Where did the last 2 years go? Where did the last 3 years go? Time, it's one of those things that we don't value until we don't have any of it. Those who are reaching older age, they value time much more than us because they have such little time. Us, on the other hand, as youth, we have so much time that we throw it away carelessly. Our most precious years can go by without ever having experienced the beauty of our souls. I've learned that big changes, the changes that you say you'll make at 3 a.m., don't really do much to your life, because very rarely does big action actually happen, and when big action does happen, it's usually not because of you, and it's usually not a good thing. The results that you'll see in 2 to 3 years, they won't come from big sweeping action that you intend on taking. They'll come from the things you do every day. They'll come from the way you think and the way you act every single day. We see the present as a constant, but it's never a constant. We don't think things are going to change, and that's why we underestimate the likelihood of change actually occurring. And as a result of that, we are left unprepared for events that we could have been prepared for. And the preparation wouldn't happen in one day. The preparation wouldn't be, tomorrow I say that I'm going to start a business, I'm going to read 100 books. No. The preparation would happen through reading 20 pages a day, reading 50 pages a day. Preparation would come from learning the skills to grow and operate and start a business. Preparation would come through observing when you're on the train or when you're on a walk instead of listening to music or listening to a podcast. The tiny little things, those tiny incremental changes that we don't think will do much, are the things that do the most. And to really change those tiny incremental actions that you do every day, you have to pay acute attention. You have to ask yourself specifically at each point of the day, is what I am doing going to result in a good thing or a bad thing? I remember I had this colleague at my previous job, and he was telling me one day about how he lived his life, what his routines were, and he spent so much of the day scrolling on different social medias while he was in the shower, while he was eating food, while he was cooking food, while he was going to bed, while he was at work. And I thought to myself, how could anyone doing this ever even think of reaching any level of success in any realm, not just monetarily? What is just as important as observing is being completely honest with yourself. It doesn't matter how much you observe. If you live in delusion, then you can't make any changes. You'll devolve your energy into self-pity, and self-pity and feeling bad for yourself is such a waste. It's better to take accountability for something that you didn't have control over than to feel bad about the position you put yourself into. Because when you take accountability, things come into your hands. It comes into your control. And when things are in your control, you can make changes. These are the thoughts I have come up with throughout the day. I've had many others, but I just felt that it was important to talk about this today. Thank you for watching. I'll see you tomorrow.